Hey guys, g'day and welcome back to the channel. Another rather lovely Southland summer's day. Only like 2 days of summer left now, but hey, it's looking good actually. That sort of weather seems really grey, right? But actually, it's keeping plenty of moisture coming. We're getting enough of that, maybe not quite enough, but better than too much. And yeah, things are actually pretty good. Anyway, today's video, guys, we are going to be sorting up ewe lambs. It was kind of supposed to be in the last one, but yeah, then we had to draft lambs instead, so they just went on the truck yesterday morning. We haven't got the weights back yet, but maybe in this video we will, and we'll let you know how that went. Yeah, so we're just going to run these ewe lambs in. So these guys, we've got way more than we need. We don't actually know. I'm pretty sure we had about 760 or 780. And we need to get down to about 640, 650, maybe even a handful less, we'll see. Yeah, so there's this mob and there's another mob in the yards, and then there's another wee handful. And with the mob ewes, they've had flies on them, the lambs haven't. It was just a convenient place to put them to keep them separate for a while, but yeah, we'll go and get her done. Righto guys, so we're in the yards. What we're going to do is we're going to put a whole lot of them in the diamond, which is our pen we load the races out of, and then we're just going to go through and mark the ones that are boys, that are terminals, or that for whatever reason we don't like the look of. So these lambs here, most of them, apart from the ones with the blue on them, are from the early lambers. So if you remember going back a few videos, they're from our old girls that have never been helped, so they've had 6 lambings unassisted. They've always reared at least one of their own lambs, so we sort of look at that as longevity being a good thing, and also 6 years of easy care lambing I think is something worth noting. So on these ones we're going to be a little bit less fussy, as long as they are a ewe lamb and they have the right markings, they have the good black nose, nose sort of, yeah, the wool looks right, and everything else we'll keep them, as long as they're not too small. But we'll be a little bit more accepting of that, but then they are a month older, so we've got to be careful there too. But anyway, we'll have a look. Nah, it didn't move. There's actually nothing there really to go ewe lambs, is there?
Got like that one.
Oh, that's alright.
Okay, the blue marked ones or what?
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure the blue marked ones are the ones that are the same as those.
Because if these are all the earlies, I'd rather just keep them.
No, you remember there was that handful that got out and put the new lambs back up? Quite nice. Just a big one. Yeah, I've been looking at it. It's got a wrong medium marking. Barely.
Got to pick something.
Yeah, no, take it out actually, because it's obviously folded. Yeah, I was looking at that. It's only, you know, so there's this one here.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry?
Majority that you
Yeah, all boys. Yeah. We'll just see how it goes because we're not done yet. We don't know what our tally is, but.
down here.
Well guys, there we go. All of those ones picked out. There's quite a few in that pen, so we're going to put them back in there. Going to let these outside, these ones are taken out. And then we're going to weigh them. We're going to see where they're at. We will have 3 brackets. We'll have the over 35s, the 30 to 35s and the under 30s. Now I don't know how many we've got here. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there's about 680 odd. And if we have 30 or 40 go out the bottom under 30 kilos, then we just won't use them. Yeah, but we'll just got to wait and see what the numbers are like. One in there, ready to go. There's no reason it shouldn't be. Righto guys, so there we go. We have got almost exactly what we wanted. 678 lambs there in total. Now I set 3 ways for drafting: under 30s, 30 to 35, and then 35 and over. Under 30s we don't want. It's early enough yet to be worrying about it, but we've got to get them shorn, right? So under 30s we don't want. That's them right there. 30 to 35s are right there. There's 67 out there. and then there's 606 out there. They're all over 35s. So pretty stoked with that, to be fair. Yeah, they've done well. So what I was going to do was keep these two separate. And then when we share them, obviously they'll find a wee few boys out there, and there'll be the odd cut tip possibly. Just accidents happen sometimes. Yeah, and then we'll top them up to whatever we think we need with those. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the 67 with the 606 and call that a mob. And then those ones there can go out with the wee ones, which we've got to bring in tomorrow to drench. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, maybe not tomorrow, we'll see. I'm going to drench these right now. I was talking about tagging them, but I think we'll leave the tag until next time, because those tags are like $2.50 each, and yeah, we'll not tag the boys, and we'll not tag anything that's not going to stay as a ewe lamb, eh? We'll just wait till we've got them shorn and got them all completely finished, sorted up. And hey, look, if we keep 660 or 670, I'm actually not too worried about that, because we do want to build our numbers back up a little bit from what we have been doing the last few years with drought, which is going from a peak of 2450 ewes down to, I think at one point we were 2170 or something. Yeah, I want to get back to 2350, 2400. I think this year will be about 2280. And 2280 I can be happy with for this year. But if we're gonna, I don't know, La Nina hurts, El Nino doesn't. We sort of, we got that in our system now, and we can sort of, you know, I'm young enough in my farming career that before this happened I didn't really know what either one of the two were. Yeah, now I can sit there and say with relative confidence, certainly not certainty, when we have an El Nino, we're probably going to have a reasonably good growthy summer, and when we have a La Nina, we're probably going to struggle. Thankfully they forecast these things a fair way out, and we can do things like when last year we did that maize, that worked really well, so we can do that again. Yep. And we can do things like offloading lambs early in those seasons. There's no certainty to it, like I said, but it's, I guess you'd say it's 85 to 90%. Yeah, but I want to carry more ewes than we have been. A, because it'll be handy for clean up. B, because I think we can do it well. And as we've dropped down in ewe numbers, we haven't seen our lamb percentage increase. So a drop in ewe numbers has seen a drop in lamb numbers relative. Which a lot of people tell us that's not the case, but well, for us here it is. So anyway, I'm waffling now. Yeah, I'm going to get these drenched. Sarah might be back soon to help. She might not, I don't know. And yeah, then I don't have to bring them back in tomorrow or the next day or whenever. And we can get other jobs done. And just like that, we are done. That was easy, wasn't it? Yeah, only took an hour and a half. You guys didn't get to see any of it because I got a bit slack. Then a mate turned up, so it took a bit longer than that. Yeah, I was probably talking for a good hour. But anyway, that is all good. We are all drenched and ready to let go. There's 3 pink marks in here that need to come out, but right now I don't care. They can go back to a paddock, and I'll get those pink marks out when we go to shear them. Because, yeah, 2 are, I don't know what, and one's got an undershot jaw, but too far back. 1 out of 670 something, I think's not bad going actually. Hello girls, who's going to work out that gate's open? Hey? Beautiful looking wool on them. Might even get close to shearing 2 kilos actually. There's going to be a few to crutch, but not too many. There was 1, 2, through there. Oh, no, there'll be a wee few. Yeah, I don't know. Out of them, maybe 70 or 80. Still set. Will I go still? Will I go still? Good girl. Bingo! Now, it's not really the best way to graze lambs this, putting 650, 700 lambs in one little paddock like this, but just for tonight it's going to have to do. Tomorrow they're going to get that one and possibly that one as well, but I've got to get those other lambs away from there first. Just, yeah, lambs do seem to be pushing through fences a bit this year, and now that we've got them separated, we'll sort it up, but we haven't tagged them yet. I think it pays to keep a paddock in between mobs of lambs for a wee while. Yeah, they got to come in. Hopefully tomorrow morning we'll see the kids' athletics tomorrow, but if not, it'll be Wednesday for a drench and possibly even a quick weigh up. We'll just see what they look like. Where they're going to go after that, I'm not sure, but we've got options. So yeah, see how that goes. Well, I was going to let them out of there, but I think just looking what's in there, they can stay there another day. I mean, they're not exactly hungry. There's all that fluffy stuff, but also the green stuff underneath is still sticking up. A lot more than it was when I mowed it, actually. Yeah, so it's growing, which is good. But they can just, one more day in there. I don't think it's going to do them any harm. Here they come. Flying in. And they're at the front. Righto guys, so today's job is to condition score all of the ewes, which is the practice of sticking your hand on their back, see how fat they are, and then drafting them into their appropriate mobs to be able to put some weight on the leaner ones. Obviously we want our sheep as fat as possible, within reason, but I don't think anyone's really overdoing that. Going into winter, but we want them as even as possible as well. So if that means taking some weight off the big ones to put on the wee ones, and by that I mean obviously we don't want to take weight off the big ones, but we're better to push the big ones a bit harder to free up more feed for the lighter ones than we are to carry big fat ewes and light ewes in the winter. To a degree, there's a degree of leniency there. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. The goal is to have, it'll never happen, have every sheep to be exactly the same condition was going into winter. So we've got, well, even at mating, we've got quite a while left yet. What are we now? We are the last day of February today, 29th of February I believe. So 29th of Feb, so we've got March and then half of April before mating, and then the other half of April and then May before winter. So we've got plenty of time. Sheep can put on weight pretty quick given the opportunity. Yeah, so we can fix things. We haven't been overly hard on these girls this year, not like the last 2 years, but we have certainly had them on some reasonably rough tucker. Yeah, so yeah, rough tucker does mean that they're not putting weight on as much, and you've got to push them harder to eat it. So they're not getting the quality feed, but they're also not getting the volume of feed. Anyway. Right, so this machine works a wee bit differently for this job. So, the back gate stays open, the front gate. And you notice how the front gates are just a wee bit slow for switch back. So what we actually wind up doing is pressing the button and then going, because otherwise we wind up losing them. But that's the idea. And the sheep running here, I literally quickly go, decide which way they're going to go, and out they go. So, just like that. She's good, she can go right. She's good, right. She's a little bit light. I'm going to go that way with her, and with that one. She's got a story. Right, good fat. Anyway, you get the idea. So, something quite interesting. Look at that. No, yeah, no. If you're in there, we don't need you in there. She's heavy enough as she is. That's a good ewe. Here. What we're noticing, and this is the reason we do this, you're 84, so she's fine. Yeah. We're having ewes go through at 75 or 80 kilos. See, that's a good fat ewe, but actually, she's a bit heavier than I thought. But she's well under 80. That is light 67, you see. Yeah. We're having ewes go through at 75 kilos that are going out to the left because they're a bit light, and we've got fat ewes going through at 65. Like I said, that's the reason we do this. There's not all ewes the same. We've got bigger ewes, we've got smaller ewes, and it's the condition that matters as opposed to the weight. Yeah, so we're just gathering a few weights at the moment. We're not actually collecting them, just seeing them, just to get an idea. You want to know what your mating weights are, but it's more your body condition that matters. But hey girl, come on, you're good to go. There you go, there we go. Anyway, keep going. Come on. Come on. Right, so there's 1191 I'll make it out there. Which means there must be about, not sure whether it was 1500 or 1550 in this mob. I will have to find out somewhere and, yeah, work it out. What have we got? There's about 130 up there. No, give me a minute. It's 130 up there, and that's actually it now. I'll put the other ones back with them. We had a wee mob of ewes that had fly strike running around, but they're back in here now, and actually most of them have gone the fat way, which is good. So if we are supposed to have, say, 1700 ewes, would sound about right, maybe just shy of. Take 130 off that, so it should be 1500 and something, so 1200 that way. Yeah, 1550, that's right. So call it 1550 to 1600 then, go that way. That means that in this light mob, which is a few of out there must be about 350 to 400. So, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some lighter ewes in there, but actually most of them, they're not bad. Come on girls, there you go. Green grass and clover out there. So she's quite light, but she could still pick up. She won't, but you know, like, what do we got? Maybe her. So we've got maybe 3 ewes in the whole farm that are like that. So that's a pretty good result. Yeah, most of those ewes are going to fatten up super well. They're just going to get preferentially fed a little bit. The big advantage of doing this is that actually those ewes are probably as good as those ewes, but those ewes might just be a bit more of a bully. So when it gets to the end of the paddock and there's not much grass left, all it could be, I'm not saying it is, but all it could be is that those ones are pushing those ones off the feed. and then they don't get anything to eat for an extra day, and therefore they go backwards. Could be lots of other factors in it too. I mean, it could be that they reared 2 massive lambs, or 3 lambs even. So will we do cull on constitution, on body, on their ability to hold their condition? At the same time, you have to be mindful that if you just look at that, you've got to have everything in their individual classes, and if they only had a single, if they had a single, they better be bloody fat. And if they've had 3 triplets and reared 3 or even 2 the whole way through, then you can be a whole lot more forgiving of them being a bit lighter. No, we don't like triplets. We hate having triplets, but they are part of it, and there's a genetic link there, but there's a feeding link, and that's not to say that those ewes are going to have triplets every year. So they are something that's here. We've got to look after them, right? What I'm getting at is, this is a part of it. So we're going to get those ones out. What I was getting at is they are going to be preferentially fed, but the biggest part of them being preferentially fed is they're not with them. So they might even still graze paddocks down to the same level. It might look like we're not feeding them any better, but we've just taken the competition away. Well guys, there we go. What are we now? 5 days later, and the heavier end of them is still looking pretty heavy. They've grazed this paddock out hard enough, probably not super hard, but we'll keep them moving on. I don't know, looks alright. I'm going to come in here and mow this just to get rid of these thistles, and that'll be the last of them for this season, for this paddock. But yeah, girls are looking good. They're huge. I guess we're just not used to it after the last 2 years of drought, but that is what it is. Hopefully it's in the past and behind us now. I mean, we're going to have it again one day, but hopefully we don't have 2 of those the same like that again for a long time. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that. Condition scoring ewes, picking out ewe lambs, all done. There's a bloody lamb, but it doesn't have nuts, so it can stay there for now. It's okay. Yep. Yeah, done for a while. We do it 3 or 4 times a year, but this is the only time we really actually have the time to take the time out and show you guys properly. So yeah, catch you next time.